Hey, what's up? I am Tony Making Food Mata, and this is Tony Talk, a modified view in the culinary industry. As always, I am simulcasting on my YouTube, on my podcast. Podcast is featured on iHeartRadio now, so you can just go ahead and check that out. Go to iHeartRadio, type in Tony Talk, a modified view in the culinary industry, type in modified cooking on the YouTube or the Google, and you'll see a picture of me in my chef hat, and that's that. So thank you for all the support, for all that. Looking forward to getting to season 3. I got about 8 more episodes, season 2, just getting a little bit more in depth about things and, chef life, and things like that. So today, the subject matter that we're going to talk about is just kind of the dinner rush, man. So the dinner rush, what is it? What is the dinner rush? Well, the dinner rush is exactly what it means. The dinner rush. The dinner rush or the lunch rush or your breakfast rush. I prefer never, ever to cook eggs or work a breakfast or flip an omelet or do a omelet station or a French rolled omelet, even though my French rolled omelets are fucking phenomenal. But I am not getting in the morning. I'm not working no damn omelet station. Fuck that. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I'd rather prefer to be a dinner chef, dinner cook, maybe lunch, brunch if I have to, but fucking brunch. Fuck that. So the dinner rush, the lunch rush. There's something about it. There is something about a dinner rush that, I love. I love it. You gotta get through it. There's always the beginning. There's always the middle. And you know what? Service always ends. It might be a shit show at the end, but if you get your mise en place ready, then you should be kind of good to go. So in one of my other episodes, I've talked about mise en place, setting everything in place, making sure that you're good to go for the dinner rush. Now, a seasoned cook, a seasoned chef knows that when they come in for the dinner rush, it might be scheduled at 3 o'clock. Dinner is at 5. Okay, so you know that you have 2 hours to get your shit set up. And you better get your fucking shit set up, because if not, you're going to be in the weeds halfway through service and you're going to be like, Chef, I don't have this. And then the chef's going to be like, why the fuck not? Why were you just hanging out? Why were you just hanging out talking to fucking Joe Bob over there for an hour? Well, you could have been chopping up your fucking scallions. Now I got to take time out of my day to chop up your fucking scallions because you were talking to Joe Bob? Get the fuck out of here. Things like that is kind of just like, dude, you know that you're going to get busy, especially on a Friday, Saturday night. It's going to get busy. So fucking make sure you have your stuff. Have it. You come in. You get scheduled. You get scheduled to come in and set your fucking station up. As mentioned, don't hang out with Joe Bob over fucking there and talk about fucking blunts or whatever and 40s or fucking who you're banging or whatever, how you want to bang this waitress or server or bartender, how you want to jump the other cook because he banging your ex-girlfriend who was the bartender. What the fuck, dude? Chef life. But fuck, man. It's the dinner rush. You got to get through it. You got to get through the dinner rush. Dinner rush is pretty fucking sweet. For me, it's that adrenaline that you get. I'm getting fucking hyped talking about it because, you have 3 hours, 4 hours of your fucking day that you have to perform at the peak of your fucking potential as being a chef or a line cook. You have those 3 hours to prove yourself, prove your fucking chef life, your chefdom, your cookdom. Prove yourself so you fucking move up, right? And you follow the steps, follow the rules, you'll be all right. You'll be all right if you follow the fucking rules. So you have the beginning, you have the middle, and you have the end. And what it is you have to make sure that your mise en place is set up. If you work the same station, most restaurants, you are usually working on the same station. You have the same station set up for, unless you're cross-training, cross-utilizing. If you're on pantry, then you're on pantry. Cook 1, 2, 3, or 4, whatever the fuck you are. Pantry cook, grill cook, saute cook, fry cook, fucking whatever. You usually work that station, you know it. So, don't play that fucking day shift or night shift or night shift or day shift. You work in a restaurant like that just fucks up the team, right? So you set yourself up for success. You want to set yourself up for success. You want to set up your teammate for success, because that way the restaurant actually runs smoothly and you don't have that fucking animosity about day shift, night shift. But that's a whole other thing. But we're just talking strictly if you're working a dinner service. You come in, you make sure that you have your shit together. As mentioned, don't be fucking talking to Joe Bob about Mr. Hoo-Ha and whatever. All right? So, you come in. You have 2 hours. Get your shit set up, okay? As mentioned, if you are working on these stations, then you know what to prep. You know what it is, unless you're the new fucking guy. But if you're the new fucking guy, you probably get paired up with the old fucking guy, and then he kind of shows you what to do. That's what I would do. That's how I would run my shit, or how I run my stuff. But the thing is, you should know what you need to prep. You come in, you make a prep list. Prep lists, easy. You make a list, you hit that printer, you get that little ticket, you write down what you need, or if you're good, you have a little notepad in your back pocket with a Sharpie, and you write it down, and you make your list, and you do order of operations, whatever takes the longest, or whatever your more sense of urgency that you need, you get that done first. If you have to brace something, you don't do that last. You got to get that on, man. It takes time. So you get ready for the dinner rush, okay? So let's say that you have your mise en place, you have everything good to go, you have your ingredients, you have your chiffonade basil, parsley, you have all your proteins all stacked up, ready to go. You got your saute pans hanging out up here or down here, you got your stack full of hot dishes right over here, you got your fucking plates all good, you got your ramekins all good, you got your sandy bucket, you have your folded towels. Maybe like me, I like to have the folded towels, with all the lines going down to one side. I have my towels, I have my sandy bucket, I have my deli cup full of fucking water with the straw punched through it with the lid, because that's fucking chef life. I am good to go for the dinner rush. Now, that's what you need to do to be successful, okay? So you can't just be like, oh, well, I don't have this. I don't know, because you're fucking talking to fucking Joe Bob. Get the fuck on. Get the fuck out of here. You're a hack cook, hack chef. I just fucking did a podcast about that. Get on out of here. You're a cancer. You don't belong in the kitchen. It's not for the weak, man. You gotta fucking get this stuff done. You have to do this. At the end of the day, your station goes down, it's because of you. It's because of you. Oh, well, I wasn't trained right. Well, maybe you were trained right, but you're just a fucking hack. Sorry, bro. Chef life. Get through it. I've been there, done that. You gotta fucking dig deep, man. You gotta dig deep, man. You gotta prove yourself. It's fight or flight, man. Fight or flight. Chefs, you're a fucking fighter. Can't be a flighter. If you're a flighter, go on down to fucking, I don't know, Joe Bob's garage. I don't fucking know. So you get yourself set up for this rush. You do it. You come in. Now it's time to take that 5-minute, 10-minute cigarette break, right? Go huff down fucking 4 cigarettes, some Reds, some Parliaments, some Pall Malls, whatever. Shotgun your energy drink. There's a YouTube video that I did on how to shotgun a Red Bull. Shotgun your Red Bull and get ready for the rush. Don't come in. Your first reservation is at 5. Don't be coming at 5:15 just lollygagging around. Come in. Prioritize. Get yourself through that first prep hours, or first couple prep hours. Take time yourself, take your break, smoke your cigarette, use the bathroom, because when it's fucking, you got ticket after ticket, fucking 4 rails full of tickets, chef, I gotta go use the restroom. Why? Are you a fucking kid? Plan accordingly. Remember when your parents were like, hey, we're going on this long trip, who's gotta pee? Yeah, go fucking pee. Don't just be like, oh no, and then you're gone in the bathroom break, fucking 15 minutes. It's a long time, dude. 10 to 15 minutes. Take your time to shit. Dude, plan accordingly. Be a fucking adult. Chef life.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will even distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many, many more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So don't forget to download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Okay, so you come in to the service. You come in after you ripped your cigarette, slammed your Red Bull. You're like, okay, now I'm good to go. You have your mise en place, you have your saute pans, you have your standing bucket, you have your water, you have all of your proteins lined up accordingly, maybe like weighed out or like whatever. This small piece goes with this big piece or whatever to the proper weight. You have everything. You have your squirt bottles full of oil. You're all that. Now you're good to go. You're going to have a good service. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times when you can prepare yourself and think you're prepared, but maybe you might have a run on fucking whitefish and you didn't think that you were going to have a run on whitefish. And then you're like, oh shit, I forgot. It's Lent. It's Friday. Fuck. I should have prepped more fish. But now you know what not to do next time. Okay, now you know that the next Friday they're going to eat the shit out of that whitefish. So, prep up more fish. That's what makes you a better cook and a better chef if you plan accordingly and you think these things through. You have to think them through. Now, the dinner rush, 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes it goes by like that. If you are stacked up and you have all of your mise en place together, I guarantee you that service will go flawless. And I've had lots of flawless victories, but I've had lots of shitty victories. And that's because either me being the chef didn't have the follow-through to make sure that my line cooks had all their stuff, and it's called follow-through. I thought that Mr. Hoo-Ha over here was good, but apparently Mr. Hoo-Ha doesn't like Joe Bob, and they were fighting and didn't get their shit done. So, I didn't have that follow-through. So, I failed, so then I learned how to, make sure that I have follow-through, make sure that my guys are set up. And then you have a shitty service. If you have a shitty service, it's usually because you are not set up for success. You have to be set up for success. And as mentioned, it's not like fucking Gordon Ramsay or like whatever, shut it down. Like, unless it's like the Ansel system's going off or something happened. Like, service has to go through. You have to get through the dinner rush. Don't be a little bitch and be like, hey man, gotta go, this is it, whatever, fuck it, out of whitefish, I'm good. Rips off my apron, go smoke some cigarettes, shotgun a Red Bull, maybe do a whip it. I don't fucking know, but no. You gotta get through the dinner rush. And there are things that the dinner rush can be very therapeutic for me. That I found out over the years. I went through a very bad breakup, and it was hard, but as mentioned, for those 3 hours out of that day, I didn't have to focus on my life outside of work. I didn't have to focus on me fucking up in this relationship and ruining it. I focused on myself. I focused on the food, the tasks at hand. And for 3 hours, every single day, 5 days a week, you can just focus on the food and why. Realize, why are you a chef? Why are you a cook? Are you one of those hack chefs, hack cooks that are just doing that, cooking just because you're just like whatever? Or do you have some passion? You have that passion that you love to make food for people. You love to put out a good dish. It's properly seasoned. It's properly cooked. It isn't burnt. You do a nice fish. You got a nice crispy skin on it. You pan-seared it perfectly. You got some nice diamonds on a steak. You put it on the plate and it sits there and it is beautiful. Maybe you might put some fucking dollops of aioli on it. I don't know, a little swoosh with some goo. And it looks great. And throw some fucking microgreens on it because that's what everybody's doing nowadays, microgreens. So, like, but the pride that you should get when you take that dish, when the server takes that dish out to the guest and they see that and they are celebrating a dinner or whatever, like, that is fucking great. That's great. Those are things that I love. Like that dinner rush when you can perform under this immense stress, this pressure, you know, and you fucking bang out that dinner rush. I can tell you that it is one of the best feelings that you can ever have. Like when you have a flawless victory and you fucking look out the window, and I say it all the time, and people are cheersing their pizza, cheersing their steaks, you know, they got their fucking tomahawks, and they're like, cheers, this is great. That's a good feeling, and you should be proud of yourself. You know, you should be proud of yourself for that, because you got through that. You had, I don't know, 300 on the books, dude. You know, and you got 4 hours for your dinner rush, 300 books. That's fucking turning and burning. And let's say you did 450. Now that's a good accomplishment. There's one time when I worked at Wolfgang Puck that we had a flawless victory like that, and it was so fucking magical and so beautiful. You know, for once, you know, everything was gelling. You know, we had Earl over on the wheel; he was doing great. We had Rick on the grill, just banging out steaks. You know, even Kanata was doing good over there on pantry. Jason, still a little slow, but he was having a good day. You know, Bolo was over here just fucking banging out, leading the pantry team to success, being a leader. You got Brenda over on saute, kicking ass. Big Joel over there, just kicking ass, like, hey, motherfucker, get this lobster. You know, has a good service. You know, all these things, Chef Nick, Chef Damon, Chef Joel, we're just in fucking sync, in harmony, right? And we bang out 452 covers on a fucking Friday night, and it was like a flawless victory. We sat in the office afterwards, after we congratulated, you know, it's a good job to all the team, you know, like, sat in the office and was like, man, you know, that was fucking great. Duncan Spangler down there banging out fucking pantry with Trish, you know. Dude, like, stuff like that, it's so, like, great. And you get through that dinner rush. And, you know, and it's, if you just set yourself up for success, you know, there's some things that you can do to kind of just fuck up your dinner rush. Argue with the chef. Things that I've seen as hack cooks, chefs and stuff like that is like arguing. Like, oh, I already made you that, chef. I already did that. I put that up, chef. What the fuck, chef? I put that. Like, dude, the chef is running the expo. So he knows what it is. So if he's missing a fucking steak, give him the damn steak. You know what I'm saying? Like, arguing with the chef is going to get you nowhere. Just say yes, chef. That was another podcast. Say yes, chef. Do what he asks you. If he's running the expediting wheel, like, you just have to do it. And I guarantee you, I can guarantee you 100% that if you just say yes, chef, you'll have a good fucking service. Mise en place. Everything in place. You'll have a good fucking service. Like, you will. You will have a good service. And like I said, like, those 3 hours of going to war with your brothers, even if I don't even fucking like this guy next to me, I might have an issue with him. Yeah, he might have banged my girlfriend and is banging my ex-girlfriend or whatever, you know, but this motherfucker is a beast on saute, and he's standing right next to me. So yeah, I don't like the motherfucker. Yeah, he's banging my ex-girlfriend or whatever, but this motherfucker, we're going to war every single day, and I'm going to respect him for that. Now, after work, I might be like, fuck you. I might buy him a shot. Say, hey, man, good job on that saute station today. That was great. Kill him with kindness, and then fucking be like, still, screw you, you're banging my ex-girlfriend. but that's like the joy of like chef life and camaraderie among cooks and that dinner rush. And like I said, you can just focus. You can just focus on your dish, and every single problem that you have in your life will just fucking melt away. And that adrenaline rush that you get is like the most exciting thing that you can ever have. And I mean, chefs, cooks, you know what I'm talking about. When you have that fucking flawless victory dinner rush, and you're just like, fuck, yeah, this is great. Like, that is great. But then we've all had those shit services too. So, I mean, another thing that you always have to look at too is that like service is always going to end. It's always going to end. You're going to get to the end of service. Like, yeah, it might be a shitty service. You can't always have flawless victories. But like, service is going to end. You know you're always going to have those late walk-ins. So don't fucking throw your shit around. Fuck that. I already put my shit up. You put your shit up a half an hour ago. Already banquet wrapped. And we still got a half an hour of service. And we still got fucking 20 resos. Of course you're going to get some shit. Quit being a little bitch. Quit being a hack cook. Okay? The scheduled out time is like midnight or 1. Like, yeah, you might get out early. But like, you know, service stops at 11. Like, you still got to clean up shit. Hey, man. Just fucking do it. Just man the fuck up. You know that you're going to have those late tables sometimes. And it happens. And it happens. You know, but like service always ends. It always ends. And then tomorrow is always another service. And there's another dinner rush. A new set of obstacles that you have to get through. Maybe another new fucking guy, you know, who graduated from culinary school, comes in with this fucking nice knife bag, and he never even used any of those knives, and he's fucking green and tries telling you, the seasoned cook, how to fucking perfectly chef and nod, and trying to talk to you about the fucking 5 mother sauces and like whatever, and how he's gonna be an executive chef, but yet this is his first fucking cook job. Fuck you, bro. Just listen to the guy who's training you. You never know what's gonna happen for the next rush, and that's the beautiful thing. It's about working in restaurants, like the same thing over and over again, but you know, there's always these new sets of obstacles that being a chef, being a cook, that you have to get through. Like, you have to do it. You know, and like I said, I've said this a couple times in this podcast, that experience and that adrenaline and that awesomeness of just sending that stuff out is fucking great. And having a flawless victory is fucking great. So, once again, I am Tony Making Food Matta. This is Tony Talk, a modified view in the culinary industry. As always, I am simulcasting on my YouTube. Go on to YouTube, Mattafied Cooking, Mattafied, Modified Cooking, and you're good for that. And go on to Anchor or Google Podcast or Simulcast, and I will be there too. So once again, I am Tony Making Food Matta. This is Tony Talk, a modified view in the culinary industry on getting through the dinner rush. So thank you and have a good night.